live now as the thing. Shout to CommenterNation. Yeah. Welcome to the grab a drink movement. Welcome to what we doing. Let me see if I could play some hits. I'm not trying to get this pulled down, guys, but I'm going to turn it up some. I'm just going to play some hits and things. Then we're going to hit the questions or whatnot. Shout to everybody that's coming through. And you know, I'm from the wonderful state of PA, so it has to be a PA-based artist, a major stream artist. And we ain't trying to play commercials, but I couldn't help this one. Watch the ads. Shout to everybody. Yeah, we in here. We laughing in here. Shout to Queen Prodigy and Zabella Minx joining me on the live. You already know what it is. Shout to CommenterNation, Commenter Galaxy, the greatest of all, the greatest nation since United Nations. You know how I rock. It's your boy TheCzarr, all rights reserved. We're just going to get into it. I have the unlikely, unprecedented people. I'm going to let them join themselves. Hit that like button and watch the description once the upload uploads so that you can show respects to the young ladies that have joined me on this and give them their respects for what they do well. Shout, what's up? Shout to everybody. What's up, Simmons? What's up, Cash Money? Dewana, Danielle, Regional Cobain. Not to be confused with Guy Fiore, Char 27, Lovely Tashay TV, Maya O, Treva, Consuela, Supreme. Shout to y'all. Hit that like button coming through. Everybody hit that like button. Candace, what's up? Hit that like button. Rosemary, hit that like button coming through. Show respect to the channel. And we're just going to get into it. Also, shout to my mentors. Shout out to Joanna. I'm looking for everybody so I didn't miss nobody. Shout out to y'all. We got a major classic right here. Also, I'm going to say this because I haven't said it much, but shout to Global Media Inc. Shout to him who did an interview of your boy TheCzarr before he was even at this level when I did other stories. All respect to everything he's doing. So let's just get started. I'm not going to hold you guys back too much. What's up, Zabella? Introduce yourself. I'll let you give yourself a quick intro.
Hi, how are you, everybody? I've been working with TheCzarr for a minute, almost like 2-3 months now. He's actually been helping me a lot, and Queen Prodigy as well. I just wanted to thank you guys for always listening as well.
Yeah, respect to you.
That I appreciate it, and Happy New Year's.
Happy New Year's. All right, Queen Prodigy. Everybody knows. I'm going to let you introduce yourself.
Okay, what up? This is the inevitable, invincible, the infinite Queen Prodigy 369. You can follow me on Instagram by that. Also, Queen Prodigy on YouTube and on Twitter. I appreciate everyone's support. I appreciate everyone being open and being honest and communicating with me. I'm only doing this for the matter of those that actually still and believe and truly desire nothing but love, justice, compassion for Jah and also for themselves. So this is what this is about. It is about community. It is not about picking sides. It is all about love, and it is all about the truth. So thank you all for joining, and thank you for continuously supporting us.
Shout to Chris A. Shout to Queen Prodigy's intro. This is Grab a Drink movement. Grab a drink if you have not. You know how we rock, how we always rock. Hit that like button if you're just coming through. Now let's get to it. I have a set of questions, and I'm allowed discussions. And we're not going to drop too many names because I want to get to know you, the audience, to get to know more about the women that I have here on this live stream with me. Shout to Chris A. Shout to CS coming through, showing love. Hit the like button, everybody. L Webb, hit the like button. Let's go. Now, here's what I want to put out there. I just want to ask quickly. When it comes to your mind, shout to Zach Owens, Russell. Russell, Rustler, VXL, BRX, Bronx. Shout to you. Here's what I want to put out there. I want to just ask this question, and this can be to both of you. What does justice for Ja mean to you?
Go ahead, Bella.
It means finishing what was started. It means exactly what it means, justice, closure. You know, there's a lot of people who are deeply depressed because of this. And I have been trying my best to have some type of closure myself.
Mm-hmm. How about you, Prodigy?
Justice is about respecting the ones that are living and also the ones that have passed into eternal life. It is about actually respecting every spirit that is animating a body or no longer animating a body, who still have feelings, who still have emotions. It's about respecting the fact that there are people who, when I initially came to the situation, I had no idea that this would turn into what it has. But clearly there were a lot of people that are hurting, that wanted to find some sort of peace and serenity within themselves and wanted to take action. And the only way that I thought that could happen is either through good eating, good breathing, meditation, and also doing your best to actually push out a petition to actually show that there are people out here that really, truly care. Regardless of what the government thinks, regardless of what certain cliques think, it does not matter. We are all family to Ja, and Ja is all family to us.
Okay, hit that like button. Everybody coming through and rocking with us, hit the like button for these young ladies on here. What's up, beautiful Powell? What's up, Leah Yisrael? What's up? How you doing? Now, the next question that I want to ask you guys as we're going forward, do you believe his case was handled well? Empress Austin, what's up? Do you believe that they have really been pursuing justice in these 4 men that are suspects?
No.
What would be the reasoning you would say no, if at all, Zabella?
Because those
and speak, yeah, just speak up as loud as you can.
It was clearly an inside job. Some of those people who did this actually used to go to our manager's house, and one of them was actually a producer. So clearly, there's no specific, like there's this is hard. This is hard. Basically, I'm sorry, it's really hard.
It's fine.
I do not think they have been working well with this case, just because some of the cops have been arrested as well for tampering with some evidence as well. They haven't really been doing court dates at all. They haven't been updating anything. Like they haven't really showed any type of remorse either. So I feel like it's wishy-washy, honestly.
Queen?
For this particular case, I have gone through a list of videos, and I know I do a lot of talking in there, but in between that talking, I drop little jewels here and there. And before there was news dropping about Broward County's Sheriff's Department possibly being under investigation and other crooked cops not necessarily handling this particular situation appropriately, I did predict that. I've been saying that there's a lot of different things that have been going on even before they even happened. I even mentioned things pertaining to his mausoleum, and now you see that has changed. So at this point in time, anybody can sit there and be like, oh, I'm fake, or don't listen to this psychic, or don't listen to that psychic, or whatever. But when I initially came out into the situation, TheCzarr was the one that pushed me forward and said, I need you. I need you to just speak, just to help, to do something to alleviate the pressure of what's going on, because a lot of people are out here confused. So again, it was to the fans who created the petition in the first place, and it was only my agenda to continue to push it in order to find justice for Jase and to find some sort of peace and solace for everyone that wanted to participate. Now, when it comes down to the petition, I did realize that, speaking of the injustices, that initially there were far more numbers or far more signatures over 35, or excuse me, roughly around over 30,000, leaning towards that 35,000 mark. But I kept seeing that when it comes down to change.org, or specific entities that can control Instagram, Twitter, change.org, or any type of other website, that the numbers tend to get rigged. So now it just makes me wonder, how deep is this case? How serious is this situation to the point to where the general public are taking the right steps in order to get justice for Jase? But it seems like anybody that's a big wig with like 1 million plus whatever followers, whatever, seems to be stifling that movement. Mm-hmm. Or even if they control the whole game in the situation, seems to be stifling that movement. And that makes you really question different situations when it comes down to our justice system and when it comes down to the minorities in this society. I'm talking about Black, white, Asian, whatever. If you are a minority in one way or another, you have to question, what exactly is justice to this system? Is it to justify those that have been taken under oath, or is it for everyone?
With that said, let me go back to Zabella. Zabella, just on what you said about the inside job narrative, do you have any solid proof on this?
Well, that whole week, I was actually hanging out with all of them. They wouldn't let me see him. They wouldn't let me text him. For some reason, our old manager kept inviting me over for music videos, but it was always like 2, 3 in the morning. And it was just a really weird vibe. When I went there, it was really weird, like the energy. It reminded me of when I first moved in there with him.
Okay.
It was a huge question mark, like, why am I here at this time? What do you want with me? You know? And there was a weird clay statue of his head. And then he saw me text him, and he got angry and went into the room and disappeared for the whole night.
Okay, with that said, who made that clay statue of his head that I saw?
I have no idea. Some girl made it.
Was it a girl that was hanging around, or was this just a girl dropping it off?
From what he said, it was a girl dropping it off, but it looks a little too personal.
No.
And where he got shot on his neck, that's where the part was missing, actually.
Interesting. That's where I was looking at, and that's something I noticed too. We're going to come back to that, but let me put this out there. Let me put this out there as well. Being that I saw that a certain manager used this photo to give his well wishes to the absence, hit that like button coming through too. Everybody that rocks with this, hit that like button. Being that the situation being what it is, and this actually being someone we saw post this, what would a potential manager have had to gain with this occurring the way it did?
Money, blood.
But how? And how would they gain the finance if they're not the ones signing it?
It's everyone around him. It doesn't matter. It's a pact.
Okay, so with that said, what consists of and you don't have to go into names and details. What consists of this pact? Is this people who were there before the fame, or was this people that was there throughout the fame?
Okay, so I'm gonna put it in a very specific way without saying it. It's after he said his group didn't exist that everybody started coming around again. And that's when I moved aside because fame got into his face. So he forgot everybody that was close to him. And it wasn't even him on purpose. It was everybody around him. Because if you see, there's videos on his tour where they're all there. And he would be passed out on stage and they'll just be staring at him. Until he left, that's when they'll be giving a fuck party on stage.
Right. I've actually seen video that showed the symbolism of celebration when he was in a disenfranchised manner. We're going to come back to you, Queen Prodigy. Now, here's what I wanted to ask about this petition. Were you involved in the creation of this petition?
No, I was not. I believe there were roughly anywhere between 4 to 5 young ladies, young women who actually banded together in order to create this petition. And I was basically just, I guess you can say, a convenient, I don't want to say mule, but a convenient person to kind of push the agenda. And for whatever reason, it would continue to grow. It would continue to spread. At the same time, too, I do have to give credit to other individuals who initially posted that petition and got it going initially, but it was a collective effort from all of us to get to that 30,000 mark. But the second go around to get pushed any further to 50K or to 100K, it seemed like there was a lot of lacking as far as having bigger platforms to make that happen.
What do you think the outrage was about this petition by certain people? Do you think it was their realistic thought of whether it will work or not, or more so about its association with the situation?
I feel like there is a situation. It's kind of a mixed bag, to be honest with you.
Okay.
I feel like it's two of the things that you initially stated, but also at the same time, too, it makes me wonder, again, if there's one of two things, to where either individuals do not want to get caught with their involvement in this situation, or this man is truly alive and they're trying to protect him.
Now, you gave an either or, so it's not that you're giving a situation to say, look, these people are in this situation, they're involved this way. But us being respectful to what it is that we've seen now, I have a particular question about this situation. Where would the connections to have been linked up to allow something to occur the way it did, where would these connections have come from deep in the situation?
When you say these connections come from,
so if they're saying that investigators may have been involved in things, how would they have been? So think of two sides. You got people who are naturally criminals, who are considered criminals, alleged criminals, and then you have individuals that wear the badge, wear the suit, go to work every day. How would these two parties have played together to prey on this young man?
Essentially, if you ever look at a particular study, one thing about me is that I know a lot of people just think I'm psychic, but I'm extremely intelligent as well. So I'm just going to put this out there. There's an actual study that when you're actually looking at a criminal's brain pattern, or even the neurological makeup of a criminal, it's not that much different from a police officer. Funny enough,
right.
I study psychology myself. I have a BS in psychology and a BA in women's studies. So when you look at those particular behaviors, it's not too far-fetched for different people of power, whether if it's finances, whether if it's through the law, or whether if it's through association or even gang affiliation, will do anything within their power to make sure that a situation can be manipulated in any kind of way. It's kind of like surrounding a wounded wolf, right? Say that he's the wounded wolf and you have a whole bunch of people in the pack. Now, usually in a normal pack, they'll say, okay, he's wounded, or they'll let the elderly trail in front or in the middle to be protected, so that way they're not invaded by other predators. But sometimes within human society, there can be a situation to where there's a lot of jealousy, a lot of envy, and a lot of selfishness. And when that comes around, sometimes the one that is wounded the most is the one that gets devoured.
Now, these questions I'm about to ask is a yes or no. You don't need an explanation for this. I'm going to start with you, Zabella.
Yeah.
Was there or was there not, okay, when, by your knowledge, was there some form of a ritual being done by somebody around the area or within affiliation?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was basically a sacrifice.
Okay. Well, no, we're not concluding things on X's situation of life. I'm asking you, was there some ritual? You said yes. Now, with this being known, was he aware of this?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're saying he was aware of this activity around him?
Yeah.
Okay, that's all. And why would it be that he skyrocketed versus someone else who would have been performing some level of the excitement of energy to enhance their being?
You're breaking up. Can you ask?
I said, I'm sorry about that. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
I said, what level or why was he the only one that blew up out of the scenario if this was being done? Was it planned around him that individuals wanted to see him blow up as he did?
Some were very into it, and some were just jealous because of the stuff they would do to him back then. That's why he would beat everyone up before he ever went through anything with them. He already knew, you know.
Was there any jealousy over females that were interacting with X?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So for instance, and this is allegedly, let's say that you were taking a strong interest in him, would you see jealous people around the fact that you were giving him play and they weren't?
I can name all of them, honestly, but yeah.
Okay. So that being said, did any of these guys ever address him face to face like men?
No. It would always be fake profiles.
With that said, would it be possible? Is it a potential that the fake profile? So I've spoke about a lot of fake usernames. I've done videos about it. So when I name fake profiles, is having these fake profiles, do you see these characteristics above people that are directly affluent to being around him?
Yes. Mainly people we used to live with when we were together. So it's like, when people tell me I'm lying, it's like, how would you know you weren't there? You know, I've seen these people. These people used to wake me up recording, you know, like literally a schedule with these people.
Okay. Now I'm gonna slide over here. And here's the thing. I hear what you're saying, and we're going to talk about what a commenter said. Regional Cobain, I understand what you're saying, and I'll even show your comment. So this is for Queen Prodigy. He's saying that his term of using was a clout chasing psychic. I'm gonna ask you: is your
and that's why he's blocked from my site?
Wait, is your psychic ability real? All I need is a yes or no.
Indeed.
And true or false? You don't have to name names. You have receipts to show that your services are authentic. Correct?
Absolutely.
Okay, that's all we're going to.
In this live that can tell you that I'm authentic.
Okay. I'm not. I just wanted to put that out there so he's aware. I'm aware. We all have that out. Now, let me ask this quick before we continue. And this is to Queen Prodigy. Do you find authenticity in what Zabella has said?
I would have to agree, and it's not simply due to anything that she has said. It is what other individuals who were in that situation have said.
Okay. No, that's all I was asking. Now back to you, Zabella. Now we're not going to go through it, but I'm going to just dip into it. Okay, just a dip. Hit that like button if you're coming through. Grab a drink movement. Grab a drink and hit that like button. Okay, don't just be in here. Hit that like button. You know what's up. Now, let me ask you real quick this question, Zabella.
Yeah.
Were there threats coming at you at some point in time?
They're still coming.
They're still coming.
They haven't stopped.
Yeah. Okay. Yes or no? Are they from direct affiliates around there?
Yeah.
Okay. So this one, okay, it's from direct affiliates, and you've shown me. I've seen it. Yes or no? Have they made fake claims about you within their threats of conversating with you?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. That's all I want to ask. So, yes or no? When you called them out on it, did they respond or did they not respond to you calling them out on it?
They stayed quiet and blocked me.
Okay. That's all I want to. That's all I want to be out there. So, here's the thing. We see a lot of these fake usernames making things, kind of saying things out there. I want both of your opinion on what it is that TheCzarr does. Zabella first.
You pick out the weakest link that doesn't really need to be in the circle because you could tell who's fake or not. Trust me, I've been receiving fake usernames and stuff for over 7 months. And honestly, it's a joke because you can tell who it is. You literally can tell who it is.
Okay, Queen Prodigy, what is your opinion on what it is we do on TheCzarr All Rights Reserved? Wait 1 second. I have done countless stories. My number one story is Kanika Jenkins. That is. And everything I said, I don't talk on it much, but it's proving true from the jump of when I first seen it happen, from things I noticed, and it's proving true. And I'll give a shout out to this person, Chaos Sector, that has slowed down the edited footage and even shows how investigation looked at the wrong thing to make this determination. What is it your opinion on what I do here on TheCzarr All Rights Reserved?
It is about fundamentally opening up the mind. It is about looking at the scope of what is displayed before us and actually intricately looking at it with a fine-tooth comb and actually asking provoking questions that others should be presenting to themselves or even in this investigation to actually bring more awareness to the consciousness of everyone that is involved. Now, with that being said, I will say that it is important, and I'm grateful that you do keep things objective, because even when it comes down to levels of credibility, everyone has always been on your case and people have been on mine. But the situation is that at the end of the day, is that I know that you can kind of be in your Buddha pose and let everything rock, whether if people want to agree with you or not agree with you.
Mm-hmm.
But me, the difference is that I'm kind of like a pit bull. When somebody attacks my character, I'm coming for you, son. I don't care who you are, what fake profile you got. I'm like, let me tell you, I may be very educated, but I promise you, a lot of people don't know the other side of me. And so when I come for you, I will drag you, homie. So please be careful when you come for me, because just as much as I don't eat meat, that still don't mean that I don't like the taste of human flesh in my mouth. Don't play me.
Okay, Queen Prodigy talking. Let's do something else real quick. Bree J, I see you talking. I see you talking.
Talking too much, right?
Okay, well, no. Listen.
My intuition keeps feeling like that might be someone that does Sesame Street hip hop news that might be under a different profile. But I ain't gonna say nothing else.
Like
okay, look. Here's what we're gonna do. Bree J, I'm gonna scroll up. They type it. I don't care. I scroll up to what you say. Now, what she's saying is she wants me to ask you guys, have you been at the funeral? So I'll go first. Yeah. No, I wasn't there. Who else? Zabella?
I went. I have a picture there, actually.
Oh, Queen Prodigy?
You know what?
Actually, I was not when all of this began for Ja. I did not know anything about that particular situation. But I can say one thing though. I have visited him, and I'm just going to leave it at that.
Okay. Okay. That answers her question. No, that was her question. We're not going off speculation. Let's talk about this now. What are you aware of? I'm dropping the name. I'm dropping it. What are you aware of DJ Academic's dealings with X right before his passing? Because here's the thing. These are facts. He has claimed to be a fan of Drake and the Migos. What do you know about his dealings as far as that goes?
Honestly, I don't trust most of these people, because everyone who recently spoke to him before he died ended up being like a fraud. Everybody that did interviews basically invited his privacy and all this crazy stuff.
Again, Queen and Zabella, if you want to drop receipts, send them through.
Hold on, leave Ski alone. Leave Ski alone. This is the first and last time I'm gonna say something. Don't bring him into this.
Who was that? Was that Zabella?
3.
Oh, is that you, Queen?
No, that was Zabella.
Oh, okay. All right. We don't gotta name names. I asked about DJ Academics because I did a receipt where I seen the last video he did. Okay. Now, allegedly, that video got him into investigation by authorities. Now, the reason I mention this because that would make this synonymous to other situations and claims with other stars. That's why I brought that up. And it was an interesting point. And I tagged him. I asked him about it. No response. That's fine. If you have receipts and things you want to talk about, shoot that into the chat that we have up, and I'll show it on the screen. Don't worry. Now, here's what I'm trying to say. On to the next question. What we're dealing with is an industry level superstar dealing situation. Are any of you aware of the deals that were presented to X at that time when he was still alive? Queen?
Well, initially, just to answer, I know that there were a couple of different offers that kind of came to him simply because of the fact that he was, again, blowing up as a solo artist.